Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. You may be seated. Now, for a moment of silence. Thank you.
Coming up on this edition of Mariner TV,
cheer tryouts,
weather,
word of the day,
trivia,
and lastly what we're having for lunch.
I'm Stefan.
And I'm Aubrey.
And this is your Mariner TV,
and it starts now.
This is Mariner TV, brought to give you the most reliable and trustworthy news, and it starts now.
Today is Wednesday, March 6th.
Hello Mariners, just a reminder from administration, please make sure you are continuing to adhere to the dress code. Shorts need to be at mid-thigh, pants need to be secured with a belt, and there are no hats/hoods allowed to be worn on campus, especially with the weather warming up. Thank you in advance for helping us out with this.
It's time to send it over to Landon with sports.
Last night for basketball, we had 13 games, but here are our two main games. The Pirates beat the Blue Jays 6-5, and the Giants beat the Brewers 13-8 for baseball. Tonight we have 16 games coming up for baseball. Last night's games for basketball, we had 9 games. But here are our two main games. The Cavaliers beat the Celtics 105-104, and the Pacers beat the Mavericks 137-120. Tonight's games for basketball, we have 8 coming up. For hockey, we have 9 games last night, but here are our two main games. The Oilers beat the Bruins 2-1, and the Canadiens beat the Predators 4-3. Tonight, we have 3 games coming up for hockey. This is it for your Mariner Sports. Back to you, anchors.
Thanks, Landon. Attention Mariners, Port Charlotte High School is having cheerleading tryouts starting on April 4th and ending on April 6th. For 8th graders, tryouts start at 5 p.m. and end at 7:30 p.m. on both Thursday and Friday. And Saturday, tryouts start at 9 a.m. and end at 12 p.m. Please plan to attend all 3 days. In order to try out, you need to have a sports physical turned into Port Charlotte High School by April 1st. Wear your hair up safely, athletic shoes, shorts, and a t-shirt. If you have any questions, please see Mrs. Gibbs. Thanks.
Mariners, who were the soccer team? Bring your A game this evening after school as you have your soccer photos. Bring a lot of spirit and energy so we can capture it.
Here are some words about today's weather from Max.
Thank you, anchors, and thank you for watching your Mariner weather. Today we will have a high of 77 and a low of 65. We will have thunderstorms in the afternoon with a 57% chance of rain and 11-mile-per-hour winds. Our high temperatures for the week start in the mid-80s, descend to the high 70s, and rise back into the mid-80s. And our low temperatures for the week start in the mid-60s, rise to the high 60s, descend to the low 60s, and rise back into the high 60s. As you can see, there is a lot of cloud coverage and minimal rain around Port Charlotte. Back to you, anchors.
Abigail Smith Adams, 1744 through 1818. was born in Massachusetts on November 11th, 1744. Though she came from a prestigious family, she had no formal education but was serious and worked hard to teach herself. She read any books that were available and became knowledgeable about a variety of subject matters most women never considered. In a letter dated March 31st, 1776, Abigail Adams writes to her husband John Adams, urging him and the other members of the Continental Congress not to forget about the nation's women when fighting for America's independence from Great Britain.
Today's word of the day is proscribe, which means to command against.
Yesterday's trivia question was, which U.S. state is the only state to grow coffee beans? The answer was Hawaii. Today's trivia question is, which is the only edible food that never expires? Come back tomorrow to find out the correct answer.
Today for lunch we will be having egg patties, and tomorrow we will be having pulled pork. Mariners, don't forget to fill up with both breakfast and lunch at Champs Cafe. Both breakfast and lunch are free to all students on campus.
Teachers, at this time, please check for dress code and ID badges and send any students to office that have been dress coded or forgot their ID badges.
Students, at this time, please make sure your phones and any smart devices are powered off and placed away in your backpacks.
That's all for this edition of Mariner TV, your Mariner news station. I'm Stefan.
And I'm Aubrey.
And Mariners, remember,
Life's storm proves the strength of our anchor. You're the captain of your ship and the master of your fate. See you next time.